Why don't we go on a date, Murasame?
A date?
In a nutshell, a private rendezvous.
Oh, I see. My apologies. I didn't mean to make you take the initiative.
I'm fine with either of us asking each other out. So, what do you say?
I accept. Perhaps you could assist me on an errand.
Sure. What is it?
I'm collecting materials for practice swords to send to the capital. A benefactor wants us to resume teaching our Munen Muso style. A former student, so I'm told.
Wow, that's great news. I'd love to help.
Many thanks. I owe this development to you. Could you meet me at this time in Autumn Village?
That sounds good to me.
Good to see you.
I hope I didn't keep you waiting.
Not at all. Let us be on our way.
Right. So, what are we collecting today?
Ordinary wood. I thought we might also forage for chestnuts while we worked.
Sounds like fun. Are you fond of chestnuts?
Not particularly. But the greatest meal of my life consisted entirely of chestnuts. The taste nearly brought me to tears.
It did? What made them so good?
I was starving. I felt so desperate, I considered eating grass growing beside the road. When I fled the capital, I knew nothing about how to survive. I'd spent my life learning about the sword and little else. Only after leaving did I realize I brought nothing with me. No food, or sleeping mat, or other necessities.
You ran off without anything?
Yes. True, most people would have planned ahead. But I thought only of my blade, and restoring my family's honor.
So you just up and left?
Indeed. With zero knowledge of the lands beyond, I assumed a moderate climate was the norm, so I had no warm clothing.
Oh my.
Unsurprisingly, I traveled in abject misery. No food, money, sleeping mat, or warm clothes. Convinced my end was near, I foraged some chestnuts and roasted them over a meager fire. They tasted so good that tears stung my eyes.
Hunger is the best seasoning. Your story sure proves that saying.
So it does. While not my favorite food, chestnuts bring back some important memories. Which is why I'd like to share some with you.
I'm flattered. I'll try to find the tastiest ones possible. Here we are. What should I prioritize?
Let's see. Good quality cuts, if possible.
The better to help your family recover.
Yes, that's one reason. But also because reviving our style fills me with such joy.
Then why don't you go pay them a visit? I'm sure they'd be overjoyed to see you. They might even be hoping you show up.
Naturally, part of me wishes to return. But it's not my place to meddle. The school belongs to the students now. I will entrust its future to them and observe from afar. Besides, I've vowed to stay by your side. After all you've done to support me, I value every second we spent together.
Thank you.
Still, one day I'd like to go home, if only to pay my respects. I hope you'll join me when the time comes. That is, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Good.
I don't mean to bring up bad memories, but what was traveling with Sunny like? You mentioned that they kept you company.
Very true. I simply can't bring myself to hate them. They taught me how to survive. Things such as what wild herbs to eat, and where I could safely sleep. I even learned how to defeat monsters. But they complained incessantly about how all my knowledge was sword-related.
So that's why you stuck with them?
Hard to say. I acknowledge that Sunny was a Yoma, but despite their capacity for evil, they were not a completely evil being. They claimed to be a love guru, though I haven't the faintest idea how they came up with that title. They also constantly pestered me to eat more, sleep more.
That much I understand. Before they vanished, they asked me to make a promise. To make sure you eat and sleep enough. Your lifestyle was so bad it made even a Yoma worry.
Sunny was simply a very fussy Yoma.
Are you sure? I actually think they had the right idea.
Fine. Then I shall pay more attention to my health. Sunny aside, I'd rather not cause you needless worry. I think we've found enough materials. Why don't we take a break?
Fine by me. I'm stuffed. That was delicious. Something like this could sustain me even on the most arduous journey.
I may have overindulged a bit, but I'm glad you enjoyed yourself today.
I'd love to do this again sometime. By the way, how do you plan to send these materials home?
Oh, Madame Tsubame will take care of that.
Makes sense. Should we head on back?
Might we make one final stop along the way?
Sure, that'd be fine. What's this?
It's Sunny's grave, I suppose. Until you said otherwise, I saw their complaints as little more than annoyances. However, when I realized they were concerned about my lifestyle, I finally understood. Nothing in my life mattered more than training. If I'd remained trapped in that mindset, I doubt I would have survived my journey. I'm alive all thanks to Sunny and their endless grumbling.
They were still a threat to your life, but they also helped you become the man you are today. I'd also like to offer my respects. Now I see why you're reluctant to hate them.
Shall we head back? Today was truly a treat.
I agree. So, what should we do on our next date? Any interests you'd like to pursue? I'd love to learn more about your hobbies.
Like training?
Besides training.
Practice?
Same thing, different word.
Well, if I must choose something, then perhaps fishing? Casting a line and swinging a sword have much in common.
That's still training in a way. Right. For our next date, we're finding you a hobby.
Must we?
I've always admired your dedication, but it's time to expand your horizons and try something new.
Very well. I shall follow your advice. Yes, I'd be glad to. You previously mentioned finding me a new hobby.
Right. What do you think? Do you have any ideas?
I struggled with that. Given my inexperience, I thought a few practice swings might help me brainstorm. But not a single idea came to mind.
So to think up a hobby besides training, you tried more training.
Afterward, I helped Sir Sakaki reclaim farmland. Swinging a hoe feels like swinging a sword, you see.
I got it!
Got what?
Let's take a break from training with fishing. You seem to enjoy activities with concrete results.
A worthy idea. Then shall we meet at this time in Winter Village?
Sounds good. And while we're at it, we'll look for other stuff you might enjoy.
Very well. A serious matter indeed. I will look into it as soon as I am able.
Appreciate it. I really do.
Good morning. What's wrong?
Ah, hello. Sir Watarase just requested my assistance. His hauls have been lacking as of late.
What? Really?
You betcha. Murasame and I go fishing once in a while, but all I catch these days are the smallest of fry. The poor things look so skinny, barely have enough energy to flap their fins. Makes me wonder if some blight has tainted the water.
Then we should look into this right away. What do you think, Murasame?
I agree. Time is of the essence. Although if you have other priorities, I can investigate this alone.
Of course I'll help you. I'd be furious if you tried to solve this problem by yourself.
I'm in your debt. Please allow us to examine this issue. Where do you suggest we go first?
Wait, aren't you two on a date today? Oh, man, I'm awful sorry about this. Really, I am.
If we'd stuck to our plans, I would have been distracted the whole time.
Same here.
Whatever floats your boat. I've marked the spot on your map. Be careful out there, you hear? I'll make it up to you both, that I will.
Just leave this to us.
Let's be on our way.
Right. Time to roll up our sleeves.
Obviously, if the Blight is to blame, then monsters must lurk nearby. But never fear. No matter what happens, I will protect you.
Thank you. But the same goes for you.
I know. I trust you more than anyone.
So much blight. Let me purify it.
Even worse than I expected. Stay alert.
Look!
Those monsters are drenched with blight. Perhaps they are the source of the contamination.
I'll bet. Will you help me deal with them?
Of course. I won't let them lay a single claw on you. The water has returned to normal.
Yes. Hopefully the fish can recover now.
They say clear waters breed no fish, but it's far better than the alternative. They run as clean and pure as your heart.
Oh, are you flirting with me?
Don't be ridiculous. I simply spoke the truth. Besides, why would I need to resort to flirting? You're already my...
Your... what?
nothing.
I'm your what? Finish your thought.
I'd rather not.
Oh, come on, pretty please.
My lips are sealed.
We sure do. We took care of some blighted monsters in the area.
Seems they were causing your woes. We noticed nothing else out of the ordinary.
Gotcha. Fingers crossed that the fish won't look so blue around the gills now. I appreciate what you both did for me. Let me pay you back for your kindness. I'll treat you to some fisherman's delight with the freshest fish I can find. That's a promise.
Ooh, that sounds delicious. How's that for our next date?
I can hardly wait.
You said it.
Then it's settled. Just give me a heads up first. I'll prepare you a feast guaranteed.
We should make our way back. Allow me to escort you home.
Thank you. This is new.
Sir Watarase told me about this custom. Since I know little about romantic rituals, he kindly enlightened me.
Oh, how nice of him. Are you two good friends?
You could say that. Fishing buddies, he calls us. We grew close after we spent a night fishing together.
So that's how you hit it off.
He advised me to rely more on others for help, rather than make all my decisions on my own. Today proved him right.
Yes, that's great advice. You need to speak up if you need my help. I'm glad he got through to you.
Gratitude aside, I still caused you needless worry. I must seek further self-improvement.
But don't use that as an excuse to go overboard on the training, okay?
Yes, I will exercise restraint. Now let's be on our way.
So, want to try pulling off a date this time?
Yes, a similar thought had occurred to me. Shall we take up Sir Watarase's offer? He told me he's ready to prepare the feast at our earliest convenience.
Sounds good. Why don't we meet up at the entrance to Winter Village by this time?
I'll be there.
Sorry I'm late. Did you wait long?
No, I just arrived a bit early. My excitement got the best of me.
You were looking forward to it this much?
Indeed. More often than not, my thoughts turn to you. I also avoid training for too long these days. I'd rather not see you frown with worry.
I guess love really does change you. Now let's get going.
Ah, there you are. I've been waiting for you.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Hey, I owe you big time for making the fish healthy again. That's the truth.
Glad to hear we helped.
Even some species who'd all but disappeared decided to come back to my fishing hole. I couldn't be happier. Now let's cook everything up and get to the good part.
We can't wait.
You cook, Sir Watarase?
Sure do. I cook whatever I catch. Nothing beats fresh fish for every meal, I tell you. Though if the fish don't bite, then I don't get a bite either.
Wait, really?
It happens. Some days I'll lose myself thinking about the fishies while patching my gear, and then, whoops, sun's gone down.
I know that all too well. I'll grow so engrossed in my training that I forget to eat or rest.
Yep, happens all the time.
I see now. No wonder you two get along so well.
Murasame and I never run out of things to discuss, that's for sure. But don't mind me, you've got your date to enjoy. I need to make up for interrupting it before.
After you advised me to find a new hobby, I asked for advice from god and mortal alike. Lady Ulalaka enjoys wine and song. Lady Matsuri favors fights. Lord Kurama prefers games. And Lord Fubuki tends his plants. I experimented with each of these pursuits, but none of them struck my fancy. In the end, I settled on fishing.
You asked everyone about their hobbies?
I did indeed. You suggested this plan for my sake. It's only fair I do my part, and it required little effort.
Murasame, you're taking this way too seriously. I didn't give my suggestion nearly as much thought. Now that you've gone this far, I feel kind of guilty.
Please don't. I've always enjoyed fishing, although I never quite admitted that to myself while I obsessed over training. You can only learn certain things from others. This was one such lesson, and now I have a good friend to show for it.
Are you referring to your fishing all-nighter?
No one's ever kept me company as long as him. We had a grand old time, didn't we? We went night fishing again just the other day. It was loads of fun, even if it ended in a bit of a nail-biter.
Indeed it did. I can still hardly believe you hooked such a huge fish. Reeling it in was quite the challenge.
I hadn't brought my net, so all we could do was try hauling it in together. We fought for what felt like hours until we were soaked to the skin, and so sore we could barely move.
Wow, what a story! But why didn't you show off your amazing catch to the village?
Well, it was kinda late. Practically morning, really. Everyone was fast asleep.
If you'd been awake, I would have loved to show it to you.
Same here. Catch of a lifetime, that one.
I wish I could have seen it. Did it taste delicious?
We released it.
You... what? Why?
A fish that magnificent could only be the guardian. If so, I want it to live a long, full life until it becomes a legend worth spreading across all Azuma.
A meal for the day, or an opponent for a lifetime? Given the circumstances, I'd say we made the right decision.
All right, everything's ready to go. Dig in.
Thank you for everything, Watarase. We had a great time.
It was my pleasure. I hope you both drop by again.
Of course. See you soon, my friend.
What a feast! Shall we head back?
Yes. Wait. No. Let me show you something first.
What is it?
Young Kotaro and I trained together. I want you to see the skill he taught me.
Now I'm curious. What sort of skill?
I'll demonstrate by the river. But please don't get your hopes up too high. He taught me how to skip stones.
Wow! It went all the way across!
Apparently, I'm a natural at it.
I'll say. Had you ever done it before?
Never. I thought stones weren't meant for anything, let alone throwing. But then I noticed young Kotaro practicing with them. He kindly showed me how to do it. Served as my teacher, so to speak.
Aw, I wish I could have watched you learn how to skip stones. It must have been a charming sight.
My initial attempts utterly failed, but frustration narrowed my focus. The actual act proved surprisingly simple.
Really? I've heard it's actually pretty hard.
Using a wide, flat stone is key. Then, keeping your arm low, you flick your wrist upon release to give it a spin.
It's that easy? I'd like to try it. That didn't work at all.
Pay more attention to your core. Throw the stone without shifting your torso.
Huh. There's more to this than I thought.
You see? By treating play as another kind of training, even the simplest hobby can have many practical applications. I wrote to our students in the capital about that very topic just the other day.
Training matters, but it's much more fun when you can pick up important skills through games. Do you think your revelation surprised them? I doubt many instructors would ever see stone skipping that way.
It did, in fact. A few even think I've gone soft. But I've made my point. You must enjoy what you do.
Still, doesn't this hobby just boil down to more training for you?
I suppose you have a point. I may need to find a way to separate it from training. Oh, I should have realized this sooner.
Yes, we still need to address the root of the issue.
Hey, welcome back.
Good to be home, Wooby. Thank you for such a fun day, Murasame.
I enjoyed it as well. Although I apologize for making you take the initiative again.
No, I don't mind. That just comes with the territory when you're dating someone.
I'd still rather not take your goodwill for granted.
You need to relax, Murasame.
Big time. I mean, all that matters is you both had fun. At least that's what I think. And I guarantee you that a certain someone's always in a great mood after you hang out. So don't worry about...
Zip it!
Is that true? I'm glad to hear it.
Aw,
Thank you for sharing that with me, Sir Wolby.
Hey, as long as you two are happy, I'm happy.
I'm going to die from embarrassment. Thanks, you little traitor.
Anytime, pal.
Well, I shall see you later. Take care.
Yes, you too.